I think if you leave the house and you know you need shampoo, you go to Meijer.
That's just not true. The disconnect that you're having here is that you go to Meijer.
Yeah.
All right. Episode 88 of Fair Enough Podcast. You got me? You hear me, Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You were moving in a little slow motion there. That might have been my shit. Episode 88, Bob in Detroit, Mikey in Chicago, Jack in Detroit. We are donning the NHL gear today. NHL season has started. It's fucking beautiful. Even though both our teams stink, I think we're both we're moving in the right direction. And that's what really
Yeah.
matters. You know?
Yeah.
This is more of a watch. All right, let's see where this season takes us. We're along for the ride this year.
Yeah, it's more of like it's like getting your driver's license, you know? It's like a milestone that you're like, all right, I could kind of do some shit, but it's definitely not turning 21 yet. You know what I mean? You're
You're right.
you're there, you know, but like you guys are no, you're more like turning 18. I'm turning 16 right now. I'm getting my driver's license. I'm like, oh yeah. You're turning 18. You're like, oh, I'm graduating high school. I could buy cigarettes and scratch
We,
offs, but
we
we're
could
both
smell it.
not. Yeah, exactly. But it's still a long way until that drinking age, you know.
Yeah. We can get into the 18 and under clubs, but we're not getting into the bar yet, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't wait to get to the bar. That's going to feel so good. Holy shit. Feels like we haven't been to the bar since fucking 2014 because we have.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about that. Fuck.
Yeah, the Wings haven't been in the playoffs since 2016, I think, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's almost in a decade at this point. It's fucking crazy.
And it's fitting that it's episode 88 because one of the greatest hockey players to ever don the ice and don the American flag.
I didn't wear. I
Gerard
do
Kane.
have I do have a Kaner jersey, but it's green, and I didn't want to wear the green one.
And you got the St. Patty's Day Kaner jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sweet one.
Mm-hmm.
How we doing? I feel like I haven't
Doing
talked to you in
alright.
a while. It's been since last Tuesday.
Yeah. I'm doing all right. I mean, oh, you know, actually, I did see two pretty big name comedy shows this past week. I forgot about those. Um, saw Pete Davidson and John Mulaney on Thursday, and then I saw Bill Burr on Sunday.
Damn, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, Burr's
You've seen
fucking
John
funny.
Mulaney before. How was
Yeah.
Pete Davidson? Then we'll get to Bill Burr.
Pete Davidson was so if you watched the Netflix stand up he has that from like 2020-ish whatever.
Yeah, I like
Like
that one.
I did too. He was more in it today like he was more like zany. I don't know if that's a good word, but he was like he used a lot of like voices. Where he'd be like, "Hey, what you doing?" You know, like he got like really
Really?
like he did a lot of like weird. Yeah, like his jokes were really funny. He was really good. I was impressed. I definitely was happy to see him.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of like self-deprecation, like you'd expect, but it was good. It wasn't no 9/11 jokes, which is weird. Uh,
I know
but
he's
yeah, it
good at
was.
those.
Yeah, he's great. It was good though. He was phenomenal. I mean, you can't ask for much more out of that setup between the two
Right.
of them. Mm-hmm.
And then
So.
Bill was God.
Yeah, dude. He's just a good comedian, dude. That guy,
Yeah.
he's just rambling around. Like 3 or 4 times, he's like, dude, I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. He's like, this is not part of my set. He's like, I'm just, but like, dude, everything I'm like, there's no way that he has never said this before. Like, he was just so funny and like his timing. I'm like, dude, and he was just rambling for like an hour and 20 minutes and just killing it. It was amazing.
See, and you just called bullshit. You were like, you had to have written all this down.
That's what I think, but I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just I don't know. Maybe it's just other shit that he has that he doesn't really use. Like, I don't know. But it was fucking hilarious.
There's
And
not
I
many
really liked
guys
it.
that can do that. It might just be like him and Chappelle that can go up there and just talk and like
Yeah.
literally have no plan and make it still funny as fuck.
Oh yeah. Hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We are going to be getting into. I got a hard stance. We're gonna do a little Bears Lions, well, a BLB, a Bears Lions Bedard, and then we have a draft today. It is the small wins draft. Small wins in life. And I don't want to give it any away because that's draft integrity. So I won't give you an example. So fuck you.
Hey.
Let's talk about my hard stance. This is really, it's not really like a hard stance, but it is the way that I want to amend it. So let me tell you what happened to me the other day. So I was at Aldi, which is where I grocery shop. And
I thought you were gonna say this is where I grew up. I was like, what?
this is where I grew up. In
Anyways,
an
I'm
Aldi.
sorry. Okay.
And they don't have shit for like body wash. They don't have all that shit, right?
Okay.
So I have to stop at CVS, which is like right on my way home from Aldi, which is fine. So I stop at CVS. I need body wash and shampoo.
Okay.
I find the shampoo immediately. And the guy shampoo, I don't know if like girls realize this or even think about it when you're walking through the shampoo aisle. That's not our aisle. We have basically almost nothing to do with that aisle. There's like 8 products for us, and then the rest is just girl stuff. And you really got to you got to go out of your way and find like, all right, do I want Axe or Suave? Like those are my choices. And so you get whatever you're getting. So I got my shampoo. Why do we not have the shampoo and body wash in the same fucking like even area code? Dude, I shit you not. I probably look like a moron. I went through the same like 3 aisles in CVS 3 different times. So I was like, I have to be missing it. It has to be right here. Dude, it wasn't even in like the line. It was like by fucking ibuprofen. Like I had to go find the body wash after I got to the shampoo. Like they just do not make it easy. And I don't understand why, because it's like that everywhere. I do the same thing in Meijer. Anywhere that I go, it's like, all right, shampoo's easy. There's a big sign that says shampoo. Body wash is a secret. You go and try to find our body wash. I fucking dare you.
I think you're a fucking maniac in the first place for buying body wash from anywhere but Meijer. CVS is a crazy place to go for body wash.
Because it's expensive?
Yeah, I guess so. It had to be like a $12 bottle.
They were both $7.
$12 holla. Oh.
Well, and
that's not too bad.
It's all logistics at that point. I mean, if it makes sense, you go to the next stop. You don't go out of your way. Otherwise, he would have just went grocery shopping at Meijer, it seems like.
Right. That's
more
true.
So.
I think if you leave the house and you know you need shampoo, you go to Meijer.
That's just not true.
You need shampoo and groceries, huh? What is a place that sells both of those?
The disconnect that you're having here is that you go to Meijer.
Yeah.
No. You're talking about not wanting to go to Meijer after because it's out of your way, but you're already going to 2 stores when you could have just gone to 1.
Yeah,
Talk about out of your way.
He's talking, he's trying to save, well, because all these are very, it's affordable and whatnot. That's where he does
everything's a buck at Aldi. It's fucking sweet.
So
Aldi is great. It is great.
If you can get the same body wash at CVS and it's on your way home, even if you had to pay an extra $1, you'd think that you saved that $1 at Aldi already.
Yep.
If not multiple dollars.
Yep.
Hundreds of cents.
Now you're just proving my so now the body wash and the Aldi trip cancel each other out.
No,
they don't cancel each other out.
Now you could have went to Meijer.
I spend minimum $50 when I'm going to Meijer. At Aldi, my total's always pretty much the same. It's somewhere in between $28 and $30 for like everything that I need for the week plus. Like 10 days I can get.
God damn.
It's crazy.
That is nuts.
That's why I go to the bougie CVS and say, maybe I'll fuck around and get a Harry's body wash today for $18.50, you know?
What CVS do you go to? The one on 14 and Crooks?
Yes.
dude, they fucking rip you at that place.
Get the fuck out of here. This is not what we're talking about. Do you understand what I'm saying, though? Do you understand what I'm saying when I'm
Yeah,
saying that they should be
do.
closer together? Why is it
So,
why is it a choose your own adventure book to find body
alright,
wash?
this is gonna get playfully racist. Just
I like
bear
it.
with me now. So at like at least at Jewel, okay. So my grocery store is it's a Jewel. We don't have Myers really around us, especially in my area. So you have like Jewel and stuff like that, and that's where everyone.
Pause real quick. Why does like Jewel and Publix, like those kind of like grocery stores that just aren't around you, why do those always sound like they're like super cheap and shitty?
I don't know. I
You
mean,
know what I'm
Jewel is.
saying?
I think Jewel is and Meyer are extremely comparable. I like
Oh, are
actually.
they?
Yeah, I actually like a Jewel more, but that's also what I've done my whole life.
But I bet you somebody from like California would be like, Meyer.
Yeah.
Did people die in Myers? Like
Well,
that doesn't sound
honestly,
good.
yeah, I definitely did used to think I didn't know like between Kroger and Meyer. I was like, when I moved to Michigan, I was like, what is this hillbilly shit that I'm shopping at? Like, it
Yeah.
wasn't my thing. I didn't know it. I'm like, these places suck. But then I'm like, oh, they're just fucking grocery stores.
Right. It's all the same shit. Okay.
So,
Anyways, I'm sorry.
yeah, and I do think they have these at like Walmart's. I think they have them everywhere. Where they have like a Afro American section where you can get like have you ever seen these? Or maybe not, maybe because I'm in the Chicagoland area. I don't know, where they have like hair products for like black people, and like shit that you use. It's like it's very based on that. Like, you don't see any of the whites going in that fucking aisle to get the gel that works better for that type of hair and whatever.
I've never seen that. That makes a ton of sense though.
Yeah, so it does, and it's like, why the fuck not? Put all the same type of product, and it's like they should have a men's hygiene section, because it's like you said, there's such little variety of the fucking men's hygiene section, where it's like you can fit all that right next to each other, from
Right.
pretty much maybe not like toothpaste, but like anything in the shower and down, like, and even like razors and shit like that. It's like, just put it all right there. It takes up one section. Boom.
Literally like a 10-foot space. Just give us that.
Exactly. You put deodorant, fucking body wash, fucking bar soap if you want it there, shampoo,
hair gel.
Yeah, hair gel. Exactly. Boom. They should definitely be more less inclusive. Like, just separate it. We know what we are, and if you're non-binary, you get the whole store. No big deal. That's all you. You know what I mean?
It doesn't please matter. Everybody at Jewel.
Exactly. What the fuck? Like, so I definitely think I agree with you. Put everything in the same fucking spot.
Yeah, and or at least like put it on one of the ends. Like, they put the guy shit. Yeah. Like that shampoo right in the middle, so it's really, really like camouflaged in there, and you just can't see it. You're just looking for blue shit. You're like, I know that it's blue,
but
I gotta find it.
You know why though? I mean, that would be bad product placement, because you want chicks that are walking by to see the shit, so they're gonna be like, oh, what else is in this aisle? Guys, it's like, hey, I have two options. I'm gonna go find the fucking blue bottle or the black bottle, like you said, Axe or Swab, and there it is. You know what I mean? Like, they already know. They're fucking tunnel vision. The chicks are like, ooh, what's this? Because they have so many options. So that would just
be right. That's just big CVS pushing us around.
It's just smart.
Dude, I feel like I am like an advertiser's worst nightmare in a grocery store, though. I go in that joint with fucking horse blinds on. I have my list pulled up. I actually usually don't even need it because it's almost the same fucking list every time. But I go bread, buns, brats, PB&J, almonds, shredded cheese, orange juice. Like I have the same shit every fucking time I go in there. And
he doesn't even look. He just knocking it into his cart.
Dude, I could do my Walmart run with my fucking eyes closed. I could do it with my eyes closed. And I think that's shout out to Dad, Rob Sr. on that one. He's the same way. The dude
he goes in there with a mission.
Yeah.
I respect that. Way. I do that too. I every once in a while get tripped up, but more so because of a community effort. I'm trying to get like ice cream cones for the boys. That'll be the only time that I get tripped up, where I'm like, I wasn't planning on getting this. maybe we'll see what a couple of drumsticks will do for us tonight.
Right.
You know?
Right.
That kind of
Yeah,
shit.
but you're telling me that like every time. Well, granted, this is more like produce or like protein, like meat. You ever go to like the meat part and you're like, ooh, what's sometimes there's sales on like ground beef or like chicken or something. You're like, well, I wasn't really gonna do that, but fucking $2 a pound, you can't really beat it with a stick. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like there's definitely times like, ooh, and the
They
chip
get you
aisle,
with the deal for sure.
the chip aisle gets me every time.
You're a snacks guy.
I'm trying new chip. I'll get like a bag of Funyuns, and then I'll get some Disco Doritos, and I might get like a bag of pretzels or something. Like every fucking time, I'm trying some new shit, and I'm always disappointed, dude. I got
Every
some
time.
I got some queso sun chips not too long ago, thinking they were gonna be fire.
That does
Not
sound
that
fire.
good. Yeah,
No?
they were okay, but it's like the harvest cheddar better, the garden salsa better. The sour cream and onion or
Bro,
whatever are better.
the fucking garden salsa sun chips are some of the best chips around, I would
Jack,
say.
yes. I was just saying this the other day to these guys in our group chat. I was like, dude,
Yep.
most underrated chip there is. Garden salsa, I think beats harvest cheddar all day.
Mm-hmm. Garden
So
sauce is good.
I feel like that's a staple of like a high school baseball doubleheader.
Or like
Garden
Subway.
salsa sun chips. Or Subway, yeah.
It is Subway. Yeah, Sun Chips is basically like sponsored Subway.
Yeah.
They have all their shit in there.
Dude, I saw this thing earlier today. It was some shitty meme. It was like, what are you doing if you come home and I decorated your house with 2000 Subway or some shit? But the picture was of like an old Subway, and I don't know what they do with Subways now. I haven't been in one in forever, but you could mention a Subway and I know exactly what the inside of this joint looks like, you know? And I thought that was weird because I never thought about it like that, but the Subway look is such like a fucking staple. Like, you know what the floor looks like and shit in your head if you
Yeah.
even think about it. It's like, oh, that's Subway, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Funny as hell.
Great smell. Walking
Yeah,
into
and
a Subway too.
it was
Subway
one
gets
of
a
the
lot of hate. I like
it
Subway.
really does. And Subway is well, at least it was not too long ago, is the most popular fast food restaurant in the world. There
Mhm.
was no Subway.
Actually?
It still has the most locations of
I
any
was gonna
restaurant in
say
the world. Yeah.
I didn't know if that got surpassed, but it was. And it's like there's something about Subway as a high school kid, especially because you're always going to Don's, Burger King, mostly Don's and Burger King for me at least, because the Wendy's was a little too far off the beaten path where you couldn't walk or you could ride your bike, but you didn't do that. Where it's like you can go to the Subway and you can feel a little more bougie. You're like, yeah, I'm not getting fucking McDonald's, but it's like you're still only paying
Yep.
$5 for a fucking foot long,
Right.
But it was just something different. So yeah, it just becomes a staple.
It's a small win.
Yeah,
The Subway trip when you're young.
yeah, over the Don Strip for sure.
Let's do a little Bears Lions Bedard. Bears are back. Super Bowl bound Bears.
Shut the fuck up. Hey man, they look good against a frisky team, but I thought they were gonna blow it again. I thought they were gonna blow it again, and they didn't. They held on. They made a couple plays. Sam Howell is gonna get sacked literally like 100 times this year. But
Yep.
we're back.
God.
We're back. We're back.
Good to see DJ Moore going absolutely nuts too.
I mean, since game 2, he's been phenomenal. I mean, week 2 he had 100 yards. Week 3 he had his first touchdown. Week 4 he had 100 yards and a touchdown. Week 5 he had 3 touchdowns and 1,000 yards. Justin Fields said he's going to get the ball to DJ Moore, and he has been doing so. That's the one thing he's been doing very consistently, very well. But hey, I'm not here to talk Bears too much. I'm happy with last week. I'm okay with the week previous, like I had said previously.
Yep.
And I think they're going to squeak out some wins. I said that. I think that's where we're at this point. If they fuck around and win like 7 games, I'm going to be irate. That's all I have to say.
Well, the scary, all right, so week 3, let's put ourselves back into a week 3 mindset. Week 3, we were looking at the Bears schedule like, where is the next win? Please tell me where the next win is. After getting one like that, prime time against, like you said, maybe not like a good a great team. I'm definitely not a great team. Maybe not a good team, but a frisky as fuck team in Washington that has Sam Howell playing really well. Their O-line stinks. That's their downfall, like you said. But Jahan Dotson and Scary Terry, no joke on the outside. And then Brian Robinson's been running the ball well. So, like, they have good pieces. And then you don't got to mention that D-line. Like, they're a fucking problem when they want to be. It's just seems like they take a lot of plays off, which is kind of weird to me. But yeah, it's a good win for the Bears. The scary part when like thinking about getting to 7 wins is how bad Vikings and Packers are. And like Bears might be able to win some of those games, and that's where you might get the total up a little bit, you know?
And, the thing is, if they can right the ship now and make it look like they're competitive against good teams, like legit competitive, not just, hey, we're in it for a little bit, then we kind of lose it. And we get to that like 7-win total, but because we beat some of the shittier teams in the schedule, like, hey, we win like 6 games because we beat the Vikings twice, and then we end up beating the Packers in Lambeau, and we steal one from the Giants or something like that. Okay, that puts us at fucking 6 wins. And then we play the Lions good, and we play the Eagles good, we play the Cowboys good. Okay, I'm not mad about that 6-win season, but it's if we go and get trounced by these fucking good teams like I expect them to, and then we beat the shit teams, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like
there's no growth there.
None.
That's what you're looking to see.
But I will say Justin Fields finally completed a game. And I was saying last week, and I've been saying this for the last couple of weeks now, like, he needed to get that one first down, that big first down, and it's like he finally did it. And that's something that we haven't seen yet, and it's nice to see him complete something.
Tank for Caleb Williams officially on pause. Just pause.
Yes. And you know what? The only reason why is because of what he said about being a fucking pussy, about how the NIL shit, where he's like, he won't declare unless he knows he's going to be going to one of 5 teams, blah, 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 blah. That's a bitch move.
Oh, I hate that, and also don't understand that, because you have to come out eventually. So what are you going to do when you're on your last year? You're fucked.
Yeah,
like, it doesn't work that way.
But like this year he can go back to college, and he said he'll make more than a rookie deal. So why would he do that unless he's going to the team he wants? Well, I hope you fucking do that, and then the year after you got to go to like the fucking who's the worst team in the league right now?
I wouldn't want to be like an Arizona Cardinal right now. I can promise you that.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking them or whoever, some other fucking bum.
Go Raiders.
There you go. They could be a Raider too. That's a disaster. All right. Lions did something this week that they haven't done my entire life. They beat the fuck out of a team that they're supposed to beat the fuck out of. That doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. When the Lions are decent or have been decent in like there's probably only been 2 or 3 years in my 28 years of living, but when they've been decent, they'll lose some dog shit games to the fucking Browns or the Jets or like these teams where it's like, how do we play so we'll beat a good team and then lose to this bad team? This week, from the first drive on, it was literally never let off the gas pedal. It was fucking the O-line dominated, defense dominated. From the Hutch pick to David Montgomery imposing his will on the ground. Good to see JMO come back. It was just an all-around, like, I know that people in Detroit like expected that win, and you'd heard it the week leading up to it last week on the radio. People were calling in and being like, let's just beat this team. Like, let's just beat this team. We can beat this team. And I feel like everybody low-key had a big sigh of relief in the second quarter when it was like, all right, we fucking got this thing handled. Let's finish this game out and get on to next week healthy. So good to see the Lions get a big dub over a bad team like that and really actually handle them at home. This week's going to be the test. Go to Tampa to play. I still don't really believe that much in this team, but a fucking frisky Tampa team, and Baker's playing really well, and you got to worry about Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. So this is Fox made this the America's Game of the Week at 4:30, and it should be a fucking good one down in Tampa. We're 3-point favorites, and I expect to win this game. I expect our defensive line to drown Baker and make his life really fucking difficult, and also make him throw. The guy's gonna make a mistake here and there, so let's put the ball in his hands and see what happens. But this team is moving in the right direction, and I think this week would be a really big win for people in the national landscape to be like, we thought Lions were like a top 7 to top 5 team. Now it's like, all right, put them in the conversation with the Eagles and the Niners as the upper echelon of the NFC, because I think that's where they're kind of on the cusp, and I think this win could do that.
That's fair. I think that's appropriate. I think that kind of falls in line to what we were talking about last week when we were talking power rankings of the NFC, like where the eye test kind of I thought had the Lions were the number 3 team, but also like some numbers and some crooked numbers and some weird matchups for Dallas and Seattle and blah blah blah. Like it like was easy to put them behind those teams, but in reality, it's like, well, you look at the big picture here. Think I even think before this week, even if they don't, or even if they're gonna win. I think they're gonna win this game. But like as long as they continue on the just par for the course, they don't have to beat the fuck out of the Bucks. Like
No,
I think that
just go in there and win.
Yeah, I mean, and two, like you're not gonna go undefeated. Like being just because you're 1-1, like that don't mean shit. Like it is what it is. So I think you're right, and like I said, I think that falls in line with what we were talking about, and I think that's appropriate to say. By the end of this week, they'll be, if not already, a solidified like the number 3 team in the NFC, knocking on that door with the Eagles if they don't really figure their shit out.
For sure. Bedard, quick before we get into our draft. Bedard last night, they played. It's gonna be fucking special. Yeah, they played Pittsburgh last night. I mean, when you look at that Pittsburgh team on paper, like just looking at names, they got names.
They're
names.
Old.
They're old names, but they got fucking names, dude, on that
I
team.
Was
that was a no-joke win
thing.
for the Hawks. That was a no-joke win.
I was like, since when do they have all these guys? Like, I know, like you said, they are a little bit past their prime, but they still have some players. I was like, holy shit, Pittsburgh fucking out here.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're watching the game, and then 5 minutes in, like the third line comes out, and you're like, "Is that Jeff Carter? What the fuck is he doing out here still?" And then like Letang and all these guys, like, what is going on?
What the fuck? Yeah, no, definitely. It was a good win. I didn't watch it at our final baseball game yesterday. We lost in the championship round. No big deal. Second place sucks, but whatever. We're not here to talk about that. Kid's gonna be special, man. I know that his assist yesterday wasn't really like necessarily his doing. I mean, it was just a little drop pass to the shrieking D man. Like it was nice, but it wasn't like him. But I like what the Hawks have done on offense. They got some names themselves. They went out and got Taylor Hall, who I think saw some good minutes in him. Nick Foligno, leader. I mean, Anthony Say was just like a fast motherfucker. They're putting some guys around Bedard. I think he's gonna be special. I really do. I don't have much expectation for the Hawks. Their defense still kind of sucks balls, but and Pete Mrazek's is our starter, so
yeah, that's tough.
You know all about that.
Been there.
But dude, I mean,
good to have a fun bad team. Let's just say that. Good to have a fun bad team.
Like I said,
could just be bad.
Exactly. Like I said, we just turned 16. We're driving. Don't know where we're going yet. We're not buying smokes. We're not voting, but we're driving, and that's all that matters. It's somewhere. We've been walking aimlessly for the last 4 years because we haven't gotten our driver's license, and now we got it, and we're fucking driving. We just got to make sure coach doesn't or management doesn't run the car into a fucking wall.
Right.
So,
dude,
I'm excited.
Yeah, everybody in Chicago should be excited because we watched we watched 2 period, the second and the third last night, and it was like, holy shit, like this team is actually like on the right path.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go to the home opener?
Doubtful. The tickets are not cheap.
No.
I was looking. I think like one of the cheaper tickets was like $140. I was like, I'm not doing that right now.
I will be there. Jack pending will be at the home opener this Saturday for the Wings. They play Tampa on October 14th, and which is weird because last year they played Tampa in the home opener on October 14th. In 2021, they played Tampa on October 14th for the home opener. Fucking weird, but 3 years in a row, same team, same day. I don't understand how
You're
that happens.
telling me we don't live in a simulation? Come on, dude.
Oh, big time simulation for this.
What
Yeah.
the
It's
fuck
going to
is
feel like
that?
deja vu. And if we lose to these fucks again, I'm going to lose my mind, dude. We can't go 0-3 the last 3 years in the same day for home openers. But dude, one quick thing before we get to our draft, you guys in Chicago really need to put some burn shit on the schedule makers front porch, because giving you guys Pittsburgh and then you go to Boston the next night to open the season is a real swift kick to the dick.
Yeah, they're losing 4-2 in the first right now.
damn.
Oh no, they're not. It's 0-0. I'm so sorry. It's 4-2 on shots on goal in 4 minutes. I was like, holy shit, we're getting pumped right now.
Damn.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, what are you gonna do though? That's that leg. You know, that's what you do over there when you're in the East. You know, it's kind of how that works,
Dude.
Uh,
You guys
but-
are so I wish that the Wings were still in the West, because being in this Atlantic division, having to play Toronto and Tampa and Boston, it's bullshit. Quite
Yeah.
frankly. And I'm tired of it, and I won't stand for it.
I won't stand for it.
We're moving back to the West. All right, we ready for the small wins draft?
Sure thing, bud.
All right, Jack, spin the wheel.
The wheel.
Okay, so for the small wins draft, we are going to be doing, it's literally just life small wins, doesn't matter. Jack, do you want to go first? What is your position?
Yeah, let me go first.
Okay, Jack's going to go first. So it's small wins. We're going to do 4 picks each.
Sure.
And we'll see where we go.
That was tough. That thing just
I-
kept moving.
Yeah, but I swear that being in the middle in these drafts isn't great.
It's not that bad, honestly. I mean,
No, it's not horrible, but you'd rather have an end cap, I think, to have that double pick. All right. But I want. Wait, so can I pick 3?
no,
you want
fuck you.
to?
You're going second, bud. You go first every draft. Suck my dick. It
Oh.
always goes you, me,
I
Jack.
want.
That's how
I
it
want
always
3
goes.
though. You don't want the
Nope.
middle?
No, fuck off. You're going second, dude. Cut the fucking
Okay.
custard.
Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Michael. Alrighty, let's run it. The small wins draft. Jack, lead us off.
With pick number 1 overall.
Jesus Christ, Jack, you're
I
yelling.
know the guy's fucking screaming at us.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
I said just make the pick. You don't got to get personal.
First overall, I am going to go with when you wake up, like way before your alarm's supposed to go off, and then you get to go back to bed. You're like, oh my God, it's 2:30 in the morning.
Yep.
What am I doing? And then you go back to bed for fucking 5 hours, and you just have the biggest smile on your face because you thought you had to be up, but you don't.
There's a threshold for that. When does it stop being a small win and being a horrible loss? You know what? Because there's only a couple hour window where it's like.
I think if you're. Sorry, go.
I was just saying, 'cause if it's like 4:35 and you got to wake up at like 7, it's like, do you ever really get back to sleep properly? Compared to like 2:33.
Yes, I think if it's under an hour,
you're fucked.
Then you're fucked.
Okay.
4:30. 4:30 to 7. I'm psyched about, but yeah, like if I'm waking up at 6:15 and my alarm's for 7, I'm pretty
angry
upset.
as shit.
That turns into a big loss, not a small win. Like a big loss.
I think also too, like taking a nap. Like if you ever take a nap, I don't know if you guys are nap guys, but every once in a while I'll take a nap, and it's the same concept. You kind of like wake up, and you're like, oh, it's not fucking 10 o'clock at night. I still have like most of my night left to just be productive instead of taking a 3-hour nap. You know?
Yep.
It's kind of like the same thing. You're like, thank God I didn't fucking cuck myself.
Exactly. Oh, that's a good pick, Jack. I had that on my
Yeah,
board too. Waking up
I
way before your alarm is definitely a small win.
I didn't, but I don't hate that at all.
All right, up to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do getting a. It's a
Happy
fat one.
ending.
No, that'd be sick. But getting a fresh fry at Don's.
Just like the good fry.
Yep, just getting a fry that was just fresh out of the fryer, not the soggy Don's fries. But there's nothing better than a crisp fry at Don's.
Yeah, that's a great one. That is a
Yeah.
great one. On
I
the
mean-
reverse side, though, getting like some shitty fries, or even if you like wait too long to eat them and you go to bite it and it's cold, that's
Well, yeah, that's the thing. You eat those ones in the car.
I think a lot of
Yeah.
these, I think a lot of these small wins on the other side is a very big L waiting to happen.
Yeah, and that's why they're wins, because it's not
Yep.
just like a middle ground where you're just like, it's like, no, this either sucks or it's like, oh, this is great.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's me. That's getting a fresh fry at Don's when you're. Some
Is
people
it-
request
is
it.
it
I'm not a
s-
request guy.
Yeah, the guy, the cuckolds of the world that are like, oh, I don't want it with salt, and then they get them
the no
fresh
salt
and
guy.
ask for salt packets. Fuck you, dude. How about that? It's McDonald's.
Yeah.
I want to be in and out in 5 minutes, and you're holding up the line because your fat ass can't fucking eat some soggy fries. Suck my balls, dude.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, and
that's-
these
Well,
things
dude.
were just dipped in a fryer with 100 other like
Yeah,
items that were just
exactly.
not great for you. You think the salt's
Nah.
gonna do it? Like
Exactly. Well, no, it's because they asked not for no salt because then they have to remake them fresh.
No, I know.
Oh,
But
okay, yeah.
I'm saying like I bet people do that like without.
Well, if they
even
don't
eating
salt their
them fresh.
fries, terrorists. So I mean,
Right. I agree.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
insane. But
Yeah.
bro, I was gonna say about the flip side of these small wins being like very bad things. That's kind of a good way to look at it. And that's low key what I was trying to do when I was making this list. I was like, what
Yeah.
sucks? And then what makes that suck a little bit less?
That's
Yeah, or
exactly
just
what it
not
is.
suck at all. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Michael.
Oh, so I think this is one of one for me. And it's just taking a commute without hitting any red lights. To
Mhm.
me, that is just nothing makes my dick harder. Nothing makes me want to start my day more than just not having to wait at stoplights.
Especially when you're like a late for work kind of situation, or you're running a little bit behind, and then you
Mhm.
think that you're gonna get. Normally in that situation, you're getting all reds. When you get that that green
100%.
to go, that's massive.
Yeah. And too, like around me, at least, like, so I live off of Cicero, which it's a pretty busy street, and there's a light every half mile, and even sometimes even a quarter mile in some spots. So there's a lot of lights. And it's like if you go the right speed limit, my mom she's been telling me this since I was like 15 years old. If you go 41 miles an hour down Cicero, you will not miss and you hit the first green light, you will not miss a light. I said, Ma, you're on drugs, but it is like a thing where it's like you either hit them all or you fucking miss them all sometimes, and it's beautiful.
Dude, I have a real problem with this in Royal Oak. There is some asshole civil engineer that designed our traffic system, and none of the lights match up. Right next to my
Really?
apartment, there's like 4 lights down 14 Mile, and you cannot make it through all of them. They're right next to each other, easily within a half mile.
Oof.
4 lights. You cannot hit them all. You cannot do it.
That's
Very
just
frustrating, dude. I almost said something because I was on the phone with some folks at like the Royal Oak local government. I had to get some shit from them, and I almost said something like, "Hey, yo, how do I file a complaint about this shit?" Because it tacks on an extra 30 seconds to every single drive, and I hate it.
When you're going to get your Saturday morning Dons.
Exactly, and it disrupts that very badly.
That is fucked up. You're right, though. You're absolutely right. I swear to God, I've seen lights go from like green to yellow and back to green on that road for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, they're just
dude.
green straight to red. Like they're all fucked up. Or yeah, you're waiting. You're green one time and then you're waiting forever. It's bullshit.
It's bad.
I feel like that causes more traffic too. When there's like systematic, when everyone goes, it's like, dude, you're causing less traffic then and less chance of fucking accidents and whatnot. But anyways,
Yeah.
No, it's
a
bad.
zipper.
Then because I
It's a
already
zipper.
got
They don't
road
got a lock.
rage. I already got road, and now I'm screaming at the fuckhead in front of me for being a pussy, and I'm screaming at Royal Oaks local government for being assholes and not knowing how to time lights. Easy change, easy fix.
If the guy in front of you, like, say you're at you're turning left, and it's like you get a green arrow. If the guy in front of you goes, like, say the arrow's yellow and then it turns red, and it turns red on you, are you still always going, or are you gonna stay there? If the guy in front of you goes, are you always going every time, no matter what?
I got pulled over one time for doing that, so no, I stay. Now.
You had the always go mentality and got scared by a big blue line.
Yeah, I was taking a left onto State off of Hemeter, right next to the old Wendy's there.
Hey, bro, we got in our fucking group chat, everybody gets way too fired up because I'll like joke about shit because they're all like hardcore fucking Republican guys, and they got real fired up when I chirped the thin blue line yesterday, because I was like, the best one of these is the thin brown line, which is UPS. And I was like, back to brown, and I put that American flag with the brown line in it, and nobody liked it or laughed at it. I could tell they're all fucking like, dude, what are you doing, dude?
That's not actually really funny when you think about it. It's not funny at all.
You know what's funny is I saw that. I didn't read all the shit, and I was like, what are they talking about? Because then I saw like someone was talking about like Zach Bryan, and someone was like, oh, I was kind of butthurt when he was a bitch. And then you put that flag in there, and I was like, what are they talking about? But I didn't care to read all the shit. That's fucking funny.
I was just messing around. I thought it was funny. They don't think that shit's funny though, but it was great. All right, Michael. Pick 2 on the wraparound here.
I'm gonna go with this. This might be more than just a small win, but I think because I'm such a drunk, I think it's a small win because it happens for
this might be one of the ones I have down.
A frequent flyer. Just waking up, spending less money than you thought you were gonna. Whether you find, hey, you had a dub in your pocket and you still have that dub in your pocket, or you go to check how much your tab was and you're like, oh, I stayed within myself and I didn't spend $200 for no reason on a Friday night. You know what I mean? So just a little money saver. It's more of like a treat. It's more like a gift than it is a win. But
no, that's a win, dude. Get the fuck out of here. That's absolutely a win.
Yeah. The drunk self was able to contain himself.
Are you a check the account every time, every drunken, every hungover morning, or are you big Sunday scaries? I'm not checking the account till like Tuesday guy.
No, I'll check it. Well, the thing is, if I like black out and shit, like, or I go to multiple bars, that's when it's like I have to check just to see like what I did where, and it's like I usually have a general idea, and also depends on where I'm at with money. If I'm feeling a little fucking tight, I'm like, ooh, I gotta make sure I didn't fuck off. If I'm feeling a little fucking ballsy, I'm just like, hey, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, depending on where I'm at financially too matters. But I try to check it just to know. I got subscriptions and stupid shit that get taken out, so I like to check a couple times a week either way, just to see, because I don't remember when all my fucking bills come out and stuff. So,
dude, speaking of subscriptions, I want to know your guys' take on this. I'm super fucking excited for it. It's going to be a huge pain in my ass, but I had to cancel my debit card over the weekend because there was some fraudulent shit that happened. And I am pissed because what a massive pain in my ass. But this is a full reset on any subscription I've ever had. Any subscription I've ever had, all the ones I don't fucking use that I'm still paying $6 a month for. If I don't use it, I'm not going to have it anymore. Right. And it's a beautiful thing. I'm going to get my Apple Music back. And that's pretty much it. Dude, I pay for way too much shit right now. I'm on like 13 fucking subscriptions and I don't need any of it. Dude, I'm subscribed to Discovery Plus because I wanted
Really?
to binge for a while watching fucking like nature videos. Yeah.
Hey, Jack, you know you can cancel that stuff, right? You don't
Yeah,
have
but
to
how
just.
often do you go in and cancel it?
Those
When you're
apps
talking
actually
about it.
work really well. I'm not going to shout any of them out because fuck them because they're not sponsoring this podcast. That's getting
Fuck Rocket Mortgage.
hella views.
Fuck you, Rocket Mortgage, and your little money app.
Hey, don't give them the shout out. But those little apps do work because I got one of those last year and like cleared out a bunch of subscriptions that I don't use anymore. You know, the fucking Farmers Only, Plenty of Fish, Grinder, all those gone. So now I'm back to, Netflix, HBO Max, Hulu. That's all we need.
There we
Yeah.
are.
There we are.
Got rid of the Grinder subscription.
Yep. Michael, to your point though, I'm a big like Tuesday guy. I don't think after we left KC, I didn't check my account for fucking like 4 or 5 days. I was like, I don't want to see what happened.
I don't
Really?
know. I don't know. I think that being a broke motherfucker, like as like a 20-year-old, kind of just put me in it's just ingrained in my head that I check like every Sunday. You know what I mean? Like after a weekend. So it's like I
I'm
think
still
it's just,
broke. I just get
No, I
have too
know.
much anxiety.
Yeah, see, I personally don't care. It is what it is. Like I'll deal with that when I have to deal with it. But like it's just part of the routine. You know, I'm already on my phone. It's like let's see what the fuck is planned.
It is rare that
I think
splurge,
it's
though. I'm
I
not
think
a
it's
shop guy.
irresponsible that you. Well, yeah, that's the thing too. Is I do splurge, and I'll be like, well, who the
Right.
fuck did I buy shots for last night? You know. So anyways.
Yeah.
Pick number 4.
All right.
5. I mean.
I'm rolling in. I am going to go with. This is the one that I thought you were going to take. I'm going to go with when the waiter or waitress brings you the wrong thing, but they let you keep that thing and they bring the new thing.
Okay.
Like when you're like, hey, I wanted this for an appetizer, you brought me potato skins. And they're like, all right, well, keep the potato skins. We'll bring your other shit out too. I love that.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Definitely.
happen all the time, but when it does happen, you're like, that's kind of dope. That we
Or
got
you're
to keep
like,
this.
you gave me soda and I wanted water.
Exactly.
And you're
Happens with drinks a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like,
So-
just drink that one.
Yeah, fuck it. Blah, blah, blah. No, I like that. Definitely. Definitely.
All right. Jack?
I am going to go here with, I want an opinion here because I had something down and it's kind of similar to Michael's. So if you guys would like to veto it, that is perfectly fine. I understand. I had not the lights, but I had good traffic. When you have like when you're on the highway and you can do some swerving and things, or like when you're on your way to work, not necessarily hitting green lights, but like it's not packed or like there's not two assholes driving right next to each other in front of you so you can't make the pass. And I pay attention to shit like that on my way to work. But
No, I'd
it is
say that
similar to
plays.
Michael's.
No, I'd say that plays. It's different than
Yeah.
Mike's, and Mike's is literally just specifically green lights. Yours is like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying though? You know the feeling?
Yeah,
oh yeah.
100%. I was literally gonna pick it because I can't think of some of the ones that I wrote down earlier. Is just straight up shaving off fucking time on a drive. Honestly, like that's one of my favorite things in the world. Like
Very
especially when you're doing a
satisfying.
long ride. You're like, fuck yeah, dude. I was like, this is supposed to be 2.5 hours. I got there in 2 hours, and I wasn't going 150. I was just driving well, you know.
Right.
And what do you
Shit
always
just
say?
lines up.
You always say you're like, this is just like a classic. Like when you're going on like a long trip with your girl, it'll be like, all right, we're arriving at 5:02, and she'll like see that. You'll be like, oh, don't worry, babe, we're getting there at 4:55. No
Yeah,
fucking
no
I'm shaving
fucking
7,
chance.
no problem off this drive.
Yeah.
And you're psyched about that.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
But I like that pick, Jack. I think to compare it to something, it's kind of like being a running back and getting in a rhythm. You know, just keep feeding me the ball. Like when you're seeing traffic and you're able to kind of bob and weave on the highway because everybody's just perfectly separated. That is a good feeling.
Yep. And then again, when it's on the flip side of this, the worst. When the guy in front of you is like inching forward very slowly and you just want to get to the right, but there's another guy to your right. And you're like not quite past him. And then you do the douchebag angled angled cut through, and
Oh yeah,
the worst ever.
such an accident-prone move.
Oh
That's
yeah,
successful like 99.99% of the time, which is
Yes,
crazy.
sir.
All right, Jack. Wrap
Okay,
around.
the wraparound. This is probably my favorite pick, and it is when your fit matches the weather. Like when you're on the fence. It's like this time of year,
Man.
you're on the fence about wearing a hoodie and like pants. It's like either shorts and a short sleeve or hoodie and a pants. You have no clue. And you
Mhm.
go for the hoodie and it ends up being a little bit chilly, and you see all the shorts wearers just pissed off the whole time, but you're like, thank God I wore my hoodie.
That's a great fall small win if I've ever heard
Yeah,
one.
I was actually gonna pick something along that lines too.
In
You're a
that
real
vein.
scumbag. Yep.
That's a good pick, though. You're right, because we talk about the other way on that. You got the sweatshirt on, and the fucking sun just comes out, and it is beaming. It could have been a beach day, and you're like, what is happening? It was supposed to be 48
Mhm.
degrees today.
Yeah.
Or the other
Yeah,
way,
that's the worst.
you got a t-shirt on, you're freezing your small cock off.
Yeah.
Things just got
Fellas.
smaller.
Yeah. It's definitely a good time. It's definitely a good time.
All right, I'm rolling.
We're also just some swaggy motherfuckers, so it just works out. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true.
Oh yeah,
Well,
dude. Any day a white boy gets to throw a little flannel on, that's a good day.
come
It's a
on,
good
little
day.
flannel coat over the sweatshirt. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
a
Fucking
wrap.
Bob with the 12.5 Tims.
Hell yeah, dog. I gotta break them bad boys back out.
Bob thinks he's from New York City and shit with his Tims.
Oh yeah, dude.
You have Tim's, Bob?
Tim's and a
No.
Yankee fitted. That's just for leisure, dog. All right, I'm going with. You guys are gonna like this one. When you sit down to take a shit and you're finished with your shit and you're going to wipe and you panic because it doesn't look like there's very much TP left, but there's enough to get your job done, and that's it for the roll. What's better than that?
Yeah. Pitching an ace is kind of where my head was going with that, but it's the same concept.
Mm-hmm.
Just poop talk.
Yeah, I mean, we love a good poop talk on.
Yeah, that's unreal.
But because it can just be. I mean, the alternate universe might be the worst alternate universe on this list so far. Because
Just
then you're
mud
waddling
butt.
with shit in your ass.
Yep.
It's brutal, dude. That's
Bro,
so bad.
there's so many like funny poop talk sayings. Like when somebody's going to the bathroom, you know, and you're like, don't fall in, or like you're just coming back and you're like, I had to drop the kids off at the pool, or
Yeah,
fucking
drop the
you
Browns
walk
off
in.
at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, somebody's like taking a piss at the urinal. You're like, you know, that's illegal, right? You can't.
Yeah.
It's a grown man
Touch
holding
it.
the kid's dick.
Yeah.
Shit like that, bro. I love those jokes. It's hilarious.
Those always play. I think the Family Guy, when they did the everybody poops and then the less popular nobody poops but you book was one of the better poop jokes that I've ever heard in my life. Shout out to Family Guy.
Boy.
All right, Michael. Your two last picks here.
This second one's gonna be like I might have to think a little bit, but the first one I'm gonna go with just having a good hair day, man. Just having a good hair day. Whether it's just waking up with your hair looking nice, flowing nice, or when you style it and it fucking does what you want it to do.
Yep.
Because nothing worse than when you get out of the shower, I blow dry my hair when I style it. You blow dry your hair, you put the product in, you fucking quaff it up, or whatever you want to say, and you're like, gotta go with the hat. That is nothing worse than that feeling.
Having to go with a hat and then like 85% of the time you're like, my head kind of hurts today for some reason. I really, really don't want to wear this hat. And then you got to put it on. That sucks. So you're right. Having a good hair day is definitely a good small win. It's dude, I count that as a massive win because I have them like twice a year.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, fair enough on that. but I don't do my hair all that often, and like my hair right now is at a length where it's like it can either go. I can look like the caddy in Happy Gilmore, or I can look like fucking anybody, just a handsome fella.
Yeah.
So it's just it's that point right now. So
Mr. Gilmore, I'm your caddy.
so, God, I think it's gonna break to the left. Probably because you only got one shoe on.
You only got one shoe on. All right, Michael, the wraparound. You got a wraparound? You need me to borrow you one?
No, I got one super lame one that I might just go with because I'm a fucking loser.
Let's do it.
But it's something that we all take for granted every day, and not to get sappy, but
stranger holds your hand in church.
No, dude, just waking up. Just waking up.
Waking up.
It's a small win. You don't realize it, but we wake it. I mean, it's the biggest win ever, but just waking up every day and being able to live a decent ass life and like be like, oh yeah, a shitty day, I get to go back to bed and wake up and restart. Like, it's good.
That is a good one.
I've been stressed out a lot lately, and it's like sometimes you just wake up and you're like, all right, dude, like let's make it happen. So,
dude, you gotta break it down to the basics.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, absolutely gotta.
Especially when you're having a bad week like that. My week kind of started off like that too, and today I turned it around just because I woke up and was like, all right, you got to get on the straight and narrow here. I got to do things for myself, and I think that's a big part of it. Yeah,
100%.
I like that one. All right. My final one is going to be, and I can't believe we didn't, nobody else took this one, but I'm going to take, specifically in college, because the alternative to this is like, that's a giant win. But specifically in college, when you wake up and you get an email, your teacher's like, I'm sick today, I'm canceling class. That's a small win, dude, because like that, being in college and not having to go to class, because the alternative is a snow day, right? When you're young and like you learn that it's a snow day, that's a big win. Like that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Jack. You weren't gonna fucking take snow day.
Bro, I will show you my fucking list right now. I just wrote down snow day and I'm still taking it, so fuck you.
All right, fine. But the teacher, your professor canceling class with a little email at like 8:30 when you got a 10 o'clock class is fucking money.
Yeah.
Never
happened. Same feeling.
Or just like if there's some sort of like assignment or that just gets anything school related at the time, like that just gets pushed back and you're just like, all right.
Yeah.
Good. Like
any kind of like, don't worry about that shit today is a small win.
Fucking right.
Because in your mind, you're like, well, that's all I was thinking about.
Yeah.
And now my life is so much better.
Yeah. I just don't have to think today now. It's beautiful.
Yes. Thank God. Sure. I'm gonna go home, smoke weed, and play vids. Like that's what you did in college.
Yeah.
Like I'm good now.
Oh, that is great. That is great.
All right, Jack, what are you going to take for the final pick?
I was planning on taking snow day, but I feel like I can't do that now.
Oh, you were going to take snow day?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I kind of stole your thunder a little bit with the teachers canceling class.
Yeah, it's essentially the same thing. I mean, it's literally it's school getting canceled.
You wouldn't have felt right about it. You know that.
No, I wouldn't have. And I don't know.
That the end of your list?
I have one other thing, but it fucking sucks. Here, I'm going to take it though. No, it doesn't suck. It's pretty good, but it's like a rare occurrence. And it is when you are like meeting somebody's cat or like any pet, I guess. Right? Okay. And you do like the little stick your finger out thing, or you like you, pss, 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 you do one of those, and they actually come and hang out with you. Come on. You never think it's going to happen with a cat. You never do.
So just being loved by a strange animal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No, it's like Theo Von's bit. He said, he was like, man, when I travel to a new area, I like to get acclimated with the animals. I'll pick up a raccoon. That's me. I like to be acclimated with the animals, and when they reciprocate, it's a great feeling.
True.
You know what's yeah, I think the cat one thing isn't as so I think it's better when it happens with a dog. Well, you're not as much of a dog guy, but like because dogs are like the friendly ones, right? Like everyone expects the dogs to be like, ah. So when a dog doesn't like take to you and you're like, oh, because all you want to do is love the dog. You're like, ah, come here, buddy. I want to fucking love you.
Right.
And when the dog just kind of like looks at you and walks away, it's pretty demoralizing. You know what I
That
mean?
is
Like with
tough.
the cat, you're kind of just like, all right, he's a fucking cat.
Right. That cat
He's
doesn't like me. That
yeah,
cat doesn't like anybody. I ain't gonna take that
exactly. That's an
personally.
independent woman. She's gonna go do her thing. But the dog,
Right.
but yeah, I like that
That's
one
why
a
it's
lot.
such a win with cats, though, is
Yeah,
that you
I
never
think
know.
that you downplayed that. I think that's a good one. I think having a dog like and or cat like accept your love, it gives you some like weird sensation of like this is good. It's good.
I think that that is a good
It's
one
definitely
because
like a
it's
serotonin boost.
even with dogs, you're still like you never go in confident that it's gonna be like
For
this is
sure.
gonna go well. You
Yeah.
know, you always go in with so much hope because you're right. You just want I just want to love on you. Just come here for a second, and they're like, I don't fucking know you like that, dog.
Yeah. Take a step back.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's run through the picks here.
Connor
So,
Bedard with his first goal, baby.
no way! Wow, live on the show.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Maybe
sir.
the Blackhawks will sponsor us. We'll go Jack, me, and then Michael. So Jack, wake up way before your alarm. Good traffic, fit matches the weather, and being loved by a strange animal. Bob, getting a fresh fry at Don's. Waiter brings you the wrong thing but lets you keep it. Just enough TP to get you by, and teacher cancels class. Michael, no red lights, spending less money on a night out than you thought that you did, having a good hair day, and then just waking up, baby. Just making it one more time. And that is the small wins draft from the Fair Enough podcast.
I liked that draft.
Any honorable mentions, or are we pretty much tapped?
I got one more that I was gonna go instead of going with the sappier one, and it was laundry based. I had a lot of time based ones. Like anytime I could save time, but I was like, I don't want to do all time based ones. But this one, the laundry is when you know that you gotta do laundry, but you go into your drawer and you still have 1 to 2 good pairs of chones left, and you're like, all right, I got 2 more days.
That is good. That is good. All right, yeah, I'm here. I got 2 more.
Yeah,
I got some buffer between me and laundry.
because it's like I got shirts and pants for days. But it's the chones. When the chones run out, it's like I have to do laundry.
Yep, I got
I
like 9
really-
pairs. I'm on a 9-day cycle.
That's solid. I really dread doing laundry, but I feel like it's only because I've shared machines since I was 17. But bro, I'm moving in 1 month and 2 days, and I might be doing laundry every single fucking day just for the fun of it. I'm gonna have my own units for the first time in 5 years, and I am ecstatic about it.
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of you're going to turn into Kramer, where you always have to put on a shirt right out of the dryer because it's warm.
Yeah.
And you love
Yep.
that. Or you're going to start putting your shit in the oven like he does.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I can fluff things for the first time in 5 years.
Yeah.
Maybe leave it in the basket for an extra hour more than I would have. Oh my god, this is great. It's gonna be really good.
I got a shirt going at Newman's 5 minutes, $3.75. That's the best. I got, what do I got here? I got kind of one that was like yours, Mike, like you're waking up and checking the bank account, but mine was waking up after a drunk night and you don't remember, but you plugged your phone in and you got a very alive phone.
Yeah, 100%.
That's a big one because you never remember doing that, and then you wake up and your phone's like right next to you, plugged in at 100%. You're like, "Fuck yeah,
Yep.
let's go!"
Like,
That's crazy.
This. Yep. I don't even charge my phone half the nights anymore because that's not true, but I don't care as much anymore about my phone. Like I really don't. So I don't care about that. But my phone doesn't ever die. Like especially I got a new one, it never dies. So it's like I don't have to worry about like not having it. But it just
My
knows
shit
that
doesn't die either. I also charge it at work. I don't know if you do that, but
depending on the situation. But just knowing that your drunk self is responsible enough to take your pants off, fucking take your shoes off, possibly socks depending on the weather, and then fucking popping that phone on the charger, you're like, yep, I'm a fucking vet. I'm a veteran at this.
How did I do that?
Yeah. It's the best.
Anything else? Episode 88?
No, dude. We're good.
Okay.
That'll do her.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. Hopefully everybody has a good weekend and a good go do some like pumpkin shit this weekend.
Hey,
Go
also
prance around an orchard.
No.
And you know what? Also, go fucking share the episode on fucking Instagram, fucking YouTube, something. Do something to help the boys out. Stop listening and not fucking trying, you scumbags. We put out an hour for you every goddamn week. It ain't the best hour, but who gives a fuck?
Hey,
we're trying
it's
to
a
do
good
something
hour.
here.
I know.
This was a good hour. You people
Yeah.
better love this fucking hour.
Yeah, you better love it.
Oh, share.
Some of them I get. Yeah, go share them. Some of them I get that you don't love, but this one was good. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your mom, tell your mom's hot friend. Fair Enough Podcast, episode 88. Go Lions. Thanks for hanging with us. We'll see you next week. Peace.